Hi everyone, BGBear27, doing a video that I've never done before, and it's a question to the community basically. So I was sitting at work today, very bored, and I started thinking about movies, and as you do, just because I was bored, and then I started thinking about games that have been made into movies, or vice versa. You know, games that are made to do with the movie. And I started going through my head and like thinking about all the ones that are really bad and all the ones that were alright and stuff like that. And I thought it would be really cool if I could get, you know, if I sent a question, wrote down a few questions and got you guys to answer them. So I wrote down 10 questions, feeling very bored at work, and I thought, you know, it'd be a nice discussion for us all to get involved in. And be interested to see, you know, the films that people enjoy and the like. So I'll read them out and I'll give you my answers as we go. And yeah, it'd be really cool if you know, if you could make a video response to this video. And yeah, it'd be awesome. So the first question is, what's your favourite movie that's based on a video game? So there's a hell of a lot to choose from. There's been quite a few that have made, especially animation ones. I think favourite for me, I quite like the Resident Evil movie, the first one, and even the second one. I even enjoyed the second one, and I thought they were really good. And I love Mila Jovovich, so you know, she's really good in it. And I just liked how, you know, they kept some of the characters, and it just worked. I really enjoyed it. It was one of the better game to movie franchises. I think the other one that I really enjoyed was Silent Hill. I love Silent Hill, the game. It's one of the greatest games ever made, and they seem to, with the movie, they seem to capture the look and the feel of the game into the movie, and I liked how they came up with a new way of shifting the world, where it's sort of like all like floated away. It was very cool, and I quite liked the story was alright. It was quite good. I haven't seen the second one, but yeah, they're probably the two of my favourite game to movie franchises. Yeah, so there's that one. There's mine. Second is, what's your worst game to movie franchise? I think for me, the worst one I've ever seen is Alone in the Dark with Christian Slater. That film is fucking atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. The acting's poor, the script is poor, the effects are poor, the story is poor. It's just a bad movie altogether. So stay clear from that, because it is terrible. Third one, what game would you like to see be made into a movie? Now this one was really easy for me to answer, and that's BioShock. I would love to see, as long as it was done properly, you know, they had a really good writer, like someone like Christopher Nolan or someone like that, and you had a really good director, and they did it justice. I would love to see a BioShock movie, and it have to be a Rapture BioShock movie, not Columbia. I just love BioShock 1 and 2. I love the atmosphere of BioShock 1 and 2, and I love Rapture. You know, just the aesthetics of it and everything about Rapture was just amazing, and I would love to see that on the big screen in a major movie. It would be amazing. It really would be awesome. I don't know how they'd do the story with it, because you couldn't really follow the game story. I wouldn't have thought, you know, but I would love to see Rapture in a movie. That would be pretty sweet, I don't think there was any plans to make a BioShock movie either. So yeah, that would be really cool. Number 4. If your favourite game of all time was to be made into a movie, who would you have play the lead role? Now for me, my favourite game of all time is Final Fantasy VII. So the main protagonist in that is obviously Cloud Strife. Now, I've been trying to have a think of who I would like to play Cloud, and it has been a really, really difficult choice, and I was struggling so bad to find an answer, and the only guy that kept popping into my head was Johnny Depp, for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why Johnny Depp, but I mean, he's got a fairly feminine look to him, and he's an amazing actor. Would it work? To be honest, I really don't know, but that's the only fucking person I could think of. So there you go. I hope you can come up with a better response. Number 5. Which current game to movie franchise do you think deserves a remake? So at the moment they're trying to reboot Tomb Raider into a new movie, which I think is a brilliant idea because the original ones were crap. So it would be interesting to see if they can make it like the new game. I think the one that I'd like to see redone would probably be Doom, because that film was pretty poor, and I was gutted because it had Carl Urban in it, and I really like Carl Urban, and it just wasn't dark enough, and the story was shite. It needed to be a proper horror movie, like 18 rated horror movie, dark, dingy, you know, everyone fucking dies by the end of the movie. That's what it needed to be, really graphic, and it just wasn't. It was just pants. So I think Doom should definitely get a remake and make it violent and, yeah, proper horror, a proper horror movie. None of this bloody 15 bollocks. Okay, so number 6. We're going to switch it around the other way now. So, are there any films that you would like to see made into movies? I would like to have seen possibly a Inception game. I think that would have been fucking awesome. You know, where you could, it kind of like the Matrix, but you could probably bend stuff a lot more. I just think in a game world it would be a really good concept, because you could do loads with it. Because you wouldn't have to follow the story from the movie. You could make it anything you wanted to be. And like I say, to go through the different levels of the dreams in your subconscious, I think it would work brilliantly as a game. Absolutely brilliant. I remember, like, around the time it came out, or maybe a year after, that there was talk about a game and stuff, but I've never heard anything else. So let's hoping that there is still one coming. It would be absolutely awesome. I think it would work really, really well. So that's my answer. Inception. If you have any more that you can think of, you know, you don't have to just give one. I know I've given one, but I'm trying to make this video as short as possible, and just to try and give you guys some ideas, because I'd like to know what you guys think. So yes, Inception is my number 1 that I'd like to see. So number 7, what is your favourite game from a movie? Now I think my favourite game from a movie, well, I have 2. One is Lord of the Rings, The Third Age. I know that's based on Tolkien's work as well, but yeah, it's kind of more based on the movie, I would assume. But that RPG was brilliant. I fucking loved that game. On the original Xbox, it was immense. Absolutely loved that. If you've not played it, go and buy it, check it out. It's an amazing game. And my other one is it's not from a game, but it is from a franchise, and from a very famous franchise, and that's 007 Bloodstone. Now I know it got really bad reviews, but for some reason I really fucking loved that game. I had so much fun playing Bloodstone, and it was great because I was playing a James Bond story that I'd never seen before, and it was awesome. It was so much better than the Pierce Brosnan shites that they made. it was just epic. I loved every moment of it. There was nothing in that game that I hated. So yeah, 007 Bloodstone for me. Worst game from a movie. So, what's the worst game you've ever played that's based on a movie? I think the worst game I've ever played, that was made from a movie, and you sort of like think, why the fuck was it even made? Is The Sum of All Fears. Why was The Sum of All Fears made into a movie? The film was shit. Who sat down and thought, oh, you know, this boring film about espionage that fuck all happens in would make a really good movie, make a really good video game? Come on, seriously guys, it was fucking pants. So pants. Should never, ever have been made. On that note as well, there was a film called Virus about a computer AI that takes over this ship, and they made a PlayStation 1 game of that. That was fucking crap as well. So Virus and Sum of All Fears, they were rubbish. Stay clear. What game do you think should never be made into a movie? I think that they should never have made a Final Fantasy movie. Advent Children was alright, and Spirits Within wasn't very good. They shouldn't have bothered. The games are too epic themselves, and you can't get across the impact and the epicness, if that's a word, of the Final Fantasy games. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And I also think a Tetris movie would be pretty bad. Yeah, a Tetris movie would be fucking awful. So that was number 9. And switch it around the other way. What movie should never be made into a game? For me, I don't know. Twins, maybe. That would be bad. A bad movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito in a game about brothers. Yeah, that would be a bad game. Bad game. But yeah, so there you go. There are my 10 questions. It'd be really cool, like I said, if you could do a video response. I'd love to see your responses to this. It would be really, really cool. So I'll quickly read the questions again. I'll also put them in the description below. So 1, what's your favourite game to film? What's your worst game to film? Number 3, what would you like to see made into a film? Number 4, if your favourite game of all time was made into a film, who would you get to play the lead role? Number 5, which current game movie do you think deserves a remake? Number 6, are there any films you would like to see made into games? Number 7, favourite movie to game? Number 8, the worst movie, your worst game movie. That still don't make any sense. Number 8, your worst game from a movie. Number 9, what game should never be made into a movie? And number 10, what movie should never be made into a game? So there you go. Thank you all for watching. Look forward to seeing all your responses. It'd be awesome. And I'll see you all again soon. Thanks a lot. See you later. Bye.